Day, Labor Day. Don't get it confused with Memorial Day or Veterans Day, two totally different days off, as some people would call it, but different holidays.
I never get it right. So
yeah.
we didn't record a video last week. We had that yellow trailer come back. It reminds me of that song, you know, the came back. But anyway, redid the entire wiring system on that thing front to back.
Literally.
Before it went to leave the week prior, they came, hooked up to it, put the plug in, went to hit the, do a light check, and nothing really worked. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was
Crawl
bad.
under there and look. And butt connector, scotch locks, wire nuts, and literally I flicked one of the wires and it just corroded in half.
So our genius, we replaced all the wiring front to back except that much, maybe 8 inches of the original ground wire.
Who?
We agreed on it. So, and that one little 8-inch piece of wire had us chasing our tails for 2.5 hours. That was annoying.
So, yeah, I couldn't use most of that footage anyway. There was a lot of going on.
Yeah. Frustrations.
Oh, yeah. But we got it figured out, nonetheless. Got it sent down the road. We did the bearings in, the hub seals, and all. Hub bearing seals. And filled them full of oil. So we should be good to go for a while. This week, we do have another project that showed up as we were trying to leave with the trailer. That would be this. Treading right here. Full disclosure on this video, this wheel lift ordeal that you're about to see totally beat the hell out of us. Last week is why we didn't get this video up, because we didn't get it done. Long story short, just complicated stuff and a monsoon, plus we got buried in towing again, so sorry that we weren't able to get this out to you guys last week. However, we're gonna have a coffee about it, a lot of coffee about it, and hi-ya. So what we're doing with this one is running headfirst in oncoming traffic. But before then, we basically need to do a lot of welding on what's called the stinger, the really, really long part. But from being slunked down so long, it's wore away the material. So we got to disassemble, build that back up, grind it down, and then fix the T-bar, which that one's going to be interesting. That stinger end is basically wore into it so hard it's starting to come through the other side. So I'm glad he brought it to us when he did.
One more F-150 away from literally falling off the truck.
Yeah, the pin is bad. Ray's probably going to end up remaking a pin for it. We're going to fire up some welders and grinders, man. We're going to try to get this thing right for this guy. Hey-ya. We got the stinger and the T-bar separated. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with the T-bar yet, but I know I got to fix this for sure. That's happening now. I'll show you what we're dealing with. So, you can see where it's wearing all the shiny area. This is factory. Basically, what I'm going to do is start welding about here and just layer it up all the way to the end. Give you an idea how much. About that much. And then I gotta flip it over and do the other side, which is feels about the same. So we got this side pretty much done, good and flat. We're on to this side now. As you see, the other side is chewed up over here, this side is chewed up in here. We'll burn these up and this will be hopefully solid by the end of the night.
That there is somewhere between 25 and 30 sticks and about 40-45 minutes worth of solid welding, as you just saw.
So as you saw, we did a lot of welding today. So that's pretty much phase one to this repair, is we had to build the metal back up where it kind of got chewed out. So I think tomorrow's objective is we're going to try to get that smoothed out. So with that being said, we're going to find calories and we'll see you tomorrow. What is it, Thursday?
It's Thursday. We missed a day somehow. Not sure what happened. Yeah.
2 days. Monday,
We were here Monday.
Tuesday.
I thought we were here Tuesday too.
No.
Why did we lose Tuesday?
Because we got busy as hell. So anyway, we missed 2 days. Now we got kind of busy with the towing end of things and didn't have a chance to make it over here. Today's game plan is to finish up the stinger for that wheel lift, and then maybe a chunk of metal over there somewhere and start working on the crossbar itself.
Yeah.
That's in pretty rough shape. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'll show you what we're gonna do, or what we've done.
He's going to play with welder. I'm going to play with lathe. Pretty much.
So this from Monday.
Went through all that.
I went ahead and ground down, leveled it all out. You see some of the low spots. We're gonna go ahead and fill those in right quick. Other than that, the other side's pretty much the same. I don't feel like flipping this thing over, so sorry. So I'm gonna burn in, fill these gaps up right quick. We'll grind her smooth, and then we'll do the edge over here, get that all nice and true. And then we're on to that part, which you can see all that shiny there. We're gonna cut top or bottom off one of the two, and just replace it. Now Ray, on the other hand, way over there.
Hi.
Waddle. Any moment. So basically, we need to replicate this little guy for the most part. So we've already cut a piece of steel down.
We don't know what it is, but we know it's hard.
Yeah, it's super hard. It's piston steel. But anyway, we're going to try to replicate a pin to go into that lift. It'll be a little bit different than factory size, so we might make him two just in case one wears out. He has a spare to plop in because it'll be a custom size. That's what we're going to get into. Alright, so it's been just a little bit. Did some welding. You saw Ray doing his machine thing. He's still doing that. Pretty proud of this. Just took dial calipers, did a measurement in about 5 or 6 different spots around where we built up the material. There's only a 30 thousandths variant in this whole piece that we just welded up, so I'm actually pretty proud about that. That came out good. And I mean, literally, 4-inch grinder, 7-inch grinder, and arc welder is all I used. Okay, and a wire wheel to make that happen. I'm pretty proud of that. That's cool. What I'm going to do now is switch gears. I'm going to take the MIG, because I don't need to penetrate in there. The structure's in there. It's all 70-18, 70,000 psi steel. But we're going to take the MIG and just some of these little, I'm not going to say cracks, but just lines where the rod didn't fill in or bit in real hard. We're just going to fill those in, grind them back smooth, and call this stinger pretty well. And do this outside edge, make sure that's all built up properly, grind it all down, and call this stinger done. There's one side of it. That there I gotta go out with a ball burr. That's supposed to be a kind of a ball recess. That's the other side. The
This is going to be the bottom. That's going to be the top. So a metric ton of welding rod later. I think the total was 6 pounds or something like that. A welding rod. A lot of cutting. No, a lot of flap wheels and grinding discs. Finally got this built back up to as what is it? Inch 430-ish is what it's supposed to be. Oh my God. So in the meantime, Ray's been over there machining with some pretty hard stuff we had laying around that is forged and induction hardened. His Say's made an absolute mess of the garage because chips everywhere. So what you doing?
I'm making steel nice and true on the edge and cleaning the burrs so that the welder doesn't cry about, ooh, splinters and sharp edges.
Yep. See what I mean? You can see him all the way back there.
Oh, it's almost over by the fridge.
Yeah,
It's a good 10-15 foot out.
Yeah, this thing slung some chips today. It's gonna be hot.
Not bad.
What do we got?
Roughly 1.5 inches by 3 and something long.
3-ish, you know.
3.5, 3.6 long
3.606. Can we make that 3600?
by 1.5005.
Man, you're half a thou off.
Half a 10,000.
Rude.
Actually, I'm done. 5 10,000s. Fire me. If you don't like it, do it yourself.
So the next thing we gotta do with this, you want to show the people?
I've got to basically make it look like this should look, not like this.
Yeah, all the scars and everything don't need to apply.
No mushrooms. So I've got, you see a grease zert there. It's got to be gun drilled most of the way. Then it's got to be cross drilled here for grease to come out, and cross drilled there for grease to come out. So basically, drill, drill, and drill.
Yep. Alright, so that's gonna wrap it up for today. We did get some stuff done, and
Not as much as we wanted, but we got some major stuff done.
yeah, like the stinger part of it is pretty much done. The only thing we gotta figure out is we want to drill that hole out. That's it. We'll probably figure it out tomorrow or Saturday.
It's not going to be fun.
Wow. So in other news, we may have killed the buzzbox. No, it looks like the MIG died. It's in the middle of burning up on, filling some low spots on that, and then it just shut off. Like, hell. We may be getting a new MIG. Anyway, we're gonna find some calories, and then go shopping for welders. Alright, so like I said, we'll hopefully be back tomorrow and Saturday, maybe. We want to try to get this done, so we'll see ya.
Peace.
Okay, so it is the Friday. We've made it.
Yay!
For the most part. Pretty much got that stinger done. Get a couple small things to do to it. No big deal. We'll address that later. The main goal for today is to weld these in. So what's going to happen, we're going to cut this section out, top and bottom, and weld these in, drill our holes, and go from there. And then obviously cut the curve in it. So that's what we're going to start working on. Alright, so it's been a few minutes, for sure. Get the top plate off, finally. Give you an idea. See how deep that went, and yeah, it's about to break through. Still a little toasty. Oh, that's right. Anyway, so we got a piece of 3/4 here for our cut size. Put it in that gap, weld it up, and then we'll freeze the cutting torch, make the curve in it. Take out any edges that shouldn't be there and whatnot. So that is phase 2. has kicked the hell out of me all day. I'm ready for bed, but unfortunately I get a car. But moving on. So I'll show you what we've actually got accomplished right quick. Stand by one. So here is the bottom. Supposed to be 5/8 thick. That's pretty close to it, but it's almost down to nothing on this end. So we elected to cut it off, which is right here. We got this piece cut out. That's piece of 3/4. And we didn't show you really the removal of this piece, which is that one there. That was an absolute nightmare. It was welded on the inside, couldn't get to it, blah, blah, blah. We eventually got it out, cleaned everything up, made that piece. We got our bevels cut on this end. We'll cut bevels in that tomorrow. Same there. Weld that in, put a piece on the back side.
Yeah, we're calling it a day. We will see you tomorrow, maybe, if not Monday. All depends on how exhausted we are. 'Cause we're tired.
Yep.
Bye.
So it is the Monday.
Back to the shenanigans.
Yep, so we're back at it. We're just going to get after it, and like I said, I'll show you how we got this all set up and how we're going to do it. All right, so we're all jigged up here. That's the piece I made Saturday after I machined another one. But anyway, 3/4 thick. Yes, you can still see some cut marks in it, but this is a little bit bigger by 1/8 inch, so we can have some room to shave it down. Jig this way, and we're jigged that way. So this thing should stay straight while we cook the ever-living crap out of it. And we just got done doing is we took a cutoff wheel here and dug a little bit deeper to make sure there's no slag, no impurities, no nothing. We just cleaned the hell out of it. We're gonna burn that in at 135 as a root, and then we'll probably do 120 amp caps all the way until it's built back up. Yay. So, it's going to be the end of the day. You just saw, us run a bunch of stringer beads on that thing. And of course, as fate would have it with this project, the metal warped real bad. And then we ran out of acetylene. I think what we're going to do, we'll order another bottle of acetylene, and we're going to order a rosebud. And we're going to see if we can't heat that thing up and get it to move where it's supposed to. So, we're going to call it for the day. We're hoping to get more done, but anyway, hopefully we'll be back tomorrow, and we can actually get some more progress done. Nothing sketchy about this at all. Alright, so it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday anyway, I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, we got the crossbar out there, we got that one piece welded on, warped like crazy. Went out and bought a rosebud today. Awesome. Bent it back where we thought was back in position. Turns out we went a little too far and we ran out of oxygen now. Get a new oxygen bottle in the morning. We'll address that, but today I'm doing something a little more sketchy. Drilling an 1.5 inch hole. We're gonna sign off for now and hopefully get back at it tomorrow. Maybe we'll have better luck with this thing tomorrow. Alright, so it is Thursday. It is welding day.
Yay.
Basically, we just spent a few minutes just redoing our bevels and everything and getting everything jigged up and put into place. Relatively simple. The next step is to start burning rod. We're gonna try to get through today without breaking anything. That's the main goal. So, onward, Sir Hunkers. So yes, it is end of the day, but future Ray and Ed here. We totally forgot to pay tribute to something. Our own stupidity.
Today is September 11th, 2025. 24 years ago, we were deliberately and violently attacked at the Twin Towers, Pennsylvania, and the Pentagon. A lot of people died unnecessarily. My hat is off to all you firefighters, EMS, police, first responders. You guys do a thankless job. Thank you. And to everybody who lost family that day, I pray that you are at peace, and I pray that someday we can get back to what this country was September 12th. I miss the patriotism.
Yep.
Y'all have a good one. Yep.
Well, that was, I don't know how many, I lost track how many layers I had to throw in that thing. But she's solid now, at least on that part. Show you close up. Yoink. So next step, we're gonna grind that down a little bit. I'll let it cool first. We're gonna put a piece in here, tie it into that, and then tie it here, tie it there, which is that chunk right there. So, that's our next step. Alright, here our next piece cut out. We're gonna weld this little chunk of 5/8 in here, fill all that, fill it on the other side. Just kind of tie it all together, make it a little stronger. Yeah, that's step 2, I guess, of this. Okay, as you can see, it's welded and blended and buffed down and looking pretty full. Yep.
Just gotta put some caps in there.
Yep, we got this thing welded in real nice. It ain't going nowhere. Just put some 1/8" caps here and there, and we'll be good to go.
Get that plate on there. That was a nightmare. There's a lot of layers, a lot of welding. We got it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess tomorrow's objective, put the end caps on, just do some detail work, and pretty much drill a hole, and I think it's done.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, anyway. So yeah,
Yay.
that'll be tomorrow's objective, providing nothing goes crazy. So until then, calories, coffee,
Nicotine.
not so, and we will be back. Alright, so it's Friday. Yay! Made it to the end of the week and almost the end of this godforsaken project. God, I've never broken so much equipment in my life.
We're gonna punch a hole, or hole and a half.
Yeah. So this is one of the final bits of this. Sorry, we go to punch an 1.5" hole here. We're gonna go through, touch off the other side, and then work our way up to 1.5" once again. So yeah, we're just gonna get to drilling.
Should be more consistent that way, but
Should be, but at the same time, it's hard to tell how much pressure is going on it. You feel it more this way. Like, with all the
Alright, so that's gonna kind of wrap it up for this week. That's all we gotta do. Finish punching that hole, throw the pin through it, and done. You'll come out here in the morning, finish punching the hole through, and that's pretty much the end of that.
yeah.
So that's literally the last step for it both back together. So we're gonna sign off, go find some calories and goof off. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this all go down.
Ding, 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 ding goes the bell.
Yep, definitely hit that thing up there. That'd be nice. And I did mention we had some big news coming up, at least for us. We're not gonna tell you just yet. Yeah, deal with it.
Wait another 2-3 weeks.
Subscribe to find out.
Yeah, exactly. it means nothing crazy, but
It's a big step for us.
yeah, pretty much. But anyway, so we will hopefully see you guys next week. So we didn't put out a video last week, and the main reason is Ray's a douchebag.
No,
You want to make turkey noises?
no, I do not.
Oh, you know you want it.
No, I do not.
There's only a 30,000th variance. Chicken! Any of this is going to be the welded off threaded. Yeah!
I can go down. Give a fuck. I'm on here and talk shit all day.
Right. Oh shit. I swallowed my gun.
All hell barbecue.
I don't think they're ready for that story.
Alright, everyone, it's Monday. To say at least it's been. To say at least it's. Alright, it is Monday.
So you can actually take that stinger and forward where that fan is, so to speak.